Okay. My first guest, you all know, he's a good friend and the star of his own television series, which premieres its new season this Sunday, 10th of September, on the Fox Network and continues on Showtime. Mr. Garry Shandling. Listen, Garry Shandling.
Yeah, I'm sick of hearing it, quite frankly. Every show. Now, do you ever get tired of the theme? I mean, like every night you do it, and
you know, after
like,
a while, you don't hear it. You don't hear it sometimes.
Well, you got those plugs in, evidently. But Ed, first of all, I want to say I saw Ed on the telethon, and you did a great job. And
thank you.
And I was caught by surprise because I actually forgot it was on and flipped the TV on there, and you were there right in front of the tote board, and I thought for a second that the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes had gone up to $42,000. $42 million. Yeah, I ended up.
Did you ever get an envelope from him?
Yeah, do you remember one time?
One.
This is true. Do you remember one time I came on and I held up the envelope, and I actually got an envelope from Ed. It said, Ed McMahon says, you, Garry Shandling.
Shandling.
Sorry about
S-H-A-N-K-L-I-N-G. So it was a real personal touch. I appreciate that.
Computers don't have no personality.
Well, it looked like Ed's handwriting. That's what threw me.
He does all those personally. Last time you were here, you did a hysterical routine.
Did you say, I'm sorry to interrupt, did you say you got one from him?
Absolutely. My wife, Alex, got one. I got one. It says, mine was $10 million. You may have already won. And if I won, Ed said, I will present this personally to you on The Tonight Show. And, of course, we would both be in prison immediately.
And yet your wife won $10 million.
Yes,
so,
yes, she did. Yes, and possibly, and possibly soon there may be another winner. But who knows? Who knows? Let's get this out of the way, and then we'll really get rolling here and talk about a lot of amusing things. We'll be right back. Stay where you are, folks. Okay, we're back talking with Garry Shandling. I started to say last time on the show, you did a hysterical piece of material, but when you were at the White House, all based on actual happenings. You were in line on a tour, Bush came over, said, Garry, how are you? He asked you to come perform, and you did some material together at a show. Then he calls you the next day at the hotel. It was hysterically funny. Did you hear from the people back there at all? Did they happen to see that?
My house blew up the other day, but no, you know, it was the strangest thing because I told that story on The Tonight Show and thought, you know, that would be the end of my story. It was a great experience. And then several weeks later, I got an invitation to go to a state dinner at the White House. And you know, first of all, that was, it's a state dinner, not a steak dinner. A lot of people went, hey, barbecue, right on. So, I mean, so I got this invitation, and it just baffles me why I get invited
state dinners.
To go to a state dinner. I mean, I don't think that it matters what party you're in. I think those are nonpartisan things, but I'm not. I'm a Democrat. I'm sort of a middle-of-the-road Democrat. I'm liberal on some issues, conservative on others. You know, I wouldn't burn a flag, you know, but then I've never put one out. So, you know, I was, you know, a hippie kind of when I was younger, so I figured, well, this is going to be a great experience, and Mr. and Mrs. Bush are just these really sweet people. So I flew back with my girlfriend, who we'll talk about in a second, who wants to get married, figuring he's done The Tonight Show, he's an easy mark, right? We've gone to like 5 weddings, friends' weddings, and she like squeezes my hand during their vows, and I go, come on, cut it out. So we fly back, and it's really this wonderful experience. You know, you walk through the White House, and they make you feel very welcome, nice to have you here. And then they make you walk through a metal detector, so it's like, you know, we like you. We don't trust you. We like you. So they got my hunting knife, and then we kept walking. And then what they do, it's very storybook-like, because they have an escort of one of these military guys, color guard or something, comes over and escorts your date. And they don't inform you of this. They just kind of, suddenly she's walking away with this military guy. I was smart enough to tag along, because quite frankly, that's not the first time that's happened to a date of mine. So, you know.
It's the uniform.
It's the uniform. Oh, I've seen her do it with doormen. I go, honey.
Something that there's an allure there.
Oh, just
reason.
anything. You can be in fishing waders
That's
and
right.
she'll take off. It was, and then I never really found out whether anyone at the White House had seen my appearance here on The Tonight Show.
Yeah.
I had a hunch that they might, because Mrs. Bush literally said to me, I guess you're shocked to be invited back. And,
That's a tip-off right there.
That's a tip-off, although, again, that's not the first time anyone said that to me either,
Yes.
just about any occasion. So it was wonderful. I don't want to, we went dancing, which we ate dinner, and then they have ballroom dancing. And, I grew up in Tucson, Arizona, and suddenly there's a military band there. There's some other people who grew up.
Yes.
And so we start to dance, and I'm a good dancer alone. I can really move, you know what I mean? You put me in a bedroom with a radio and no one around, and I can just, look like I would win the contest.
Yeah, sure.
But with someone else, there's a problem. I'll often say, sit this one out, honey. But we start to dance, and we do this ballroom dancing, and I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
And now this is where it turns into a nightmare, because coming across the dance floor is the President and Mrs. Bush. And the President goes like 2 feet away from me there, and he looks over and he sees me dancing, so help me, and he points at me and just starts laughing. And like his date was so hot. I mean, so, we did one dance and got out of there. And
But
they're very sweet.
Can you imagine 10 years ago, when you were starting your career, that you'd be at a state dinner at the White House? Now that's, you see.
Never thought I would hear the President of the United States say Garry without being followed by some sort of punishment.
That's right.
Garry, you will have to stay after school or something.
Now, let me ask you, this young lady you were talking about, is this the same young lady I met? I want to be delicate here, because sometimes, I've not seen you with your young lady for about 6 or 7 months. Is it the same?
Right, and you were with someone. Was it the...
No, that was Alex.
Now, who is that now?
That's Alex. That's my wife.
That is your wife?
That's my wife,
Oh! Okay. Gee, I hope I handled that right. Now,
you did
back on it. I hope I said everything right.
Oh, you did. You said, and how's the missus? Something like that.
Did I say that?
That's right.
And I want to thank you for saying that back to me. That didn't put too much pressure on my girlfriend.
But this is the same young lady.
It's the same young lady.
And you say she wants to get married?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that. Oh, look at you. No, so what's wrong with that? You're going.
That's right. It's good for you. It's a character builder. It teaches you, you'll be funnier than ever. It's amazing it's amazing how that'll bring it out of it when you're married.
This is a great approach. It's like it's an obstacle course. It's a character builder.
That's right.
It's supposed to be sort of love and commitment involved.
Right.
No, you'll be funny.
That's right.
You'll be funny. Oh, boy. Well, I got out of Vietnam. This is absolutely true. I have 2,800 vision, so I got out of Vietnam because of my eyesight. So it's weird how karma comes back at you, because I thought I was going to skip combat altogether until I got involved in this relationship.
Well, has she ever really put any pressure on and said, why don't we get married, Garry? I'd hate to sound like, this kind of interview, an inside interview like that, but, since you brought her up.
That's right, isn't it? I brought her up. I got a real problem. That's my fault, isn't it? Look, you're loving this.
That's right.
I'm on the hot plate here.
Yes. As somebody used to say who did this show, did you sleep with her? Did you sleep with her?
I can tell you that I haven't slept with her, no.
Really?
I have never slept with her, no.
Oh, come on, you slept with her,
Okay, I slept with her. 4 times.
Okay. Four.
4 times.
Okay, well, we'll get off of that. You'll make that decision when you feel it's right for you.
Thank you. Could you say that into the
Certainly.
camera?
Gary will
Appreciate
make that decision when he feels it's right for him.
No, I mean, you know, she's terrific, and we go places, and you know, and I'm getting older, and it's time I got to start to consider that stuff. I had my cholesterol checked last week, and it was higher than my SATs.
Is that the point where there's trouble if it becomes...
I'm just sweating this stuff, evidently. The other weird thing is, this is when I started to realize my taste in women was changing and I was getting older, and this is absolutely true. Last week I was watching Leave It to Beaver, and Mrs. Cleaver looked hot. This woman... Take a good look at her. This woman, her waist is like this big. She's a knockout. That's why Eddie Haskell comes over, I think, all the time. Those were beautiful women. Donna Reed, those were beautiful women. We just thought of them as moms, but indeed they were beautiful, beautiful women.
Yeah.
Then I'll tell you what else made me feel old about, thank you, about just 2 weeks ago, I get this, I'm named a distinguished alumnus of the University of Arizona. Now,
Really? I mean, no surprise.
Maybe not to you. It's a shock to me because I still have dreams that I don't have enough credits to graduate. And suddenly I get this medallion that I don't know what I'm going to wear it with, first of all. And the fact that I'm a distinguished alumnus just proves to me that they're still grading on a curve, evidently. But, you know, all my...
Did you have to go there to accept, or did they just mail it?
You know, if they're watching, I had wanted to go to accept, but... I couldn't make it. It was in Tucson, Arizona, and I would have loved to have gone, but couldn't because of...
Well, that's a nice honor, though. You should...
Oh, it's really nice. I can't believe that I wish I'd gotten it, of course, when I was there, rather than the grades I received. But... And, can I go on?
Sure.
I always, when I catch you looking over that way, I always think it's a commercial, and I should just shut up.
I'm just very attracted to him, is all.
Well... Maybe next time I see you, you'll be with him. So,
he's available. He's available.
Boy, I'm sitting right here between two perfect examples of what life is all about. What relationships are.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Get married and join the tabloids. I mean, hey, we have to take Mr. DeCordova signaling. We have to take this break. Then we'll come back and we'll continue. Anyway, Joshua, thanks for being here tonight. Thank you. Good luck with the Sacramento Symphony. Thanks. Friday through Sunday. Gary, your show will premieres on Fox.
I think Sunday on Fox, and continuing, of course, on Showtime.
Hey, thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks for the
My
advice.
apologies to inventor Walt Neschert, who was booked before on the show and didn't get on, and tonight did not get on, but... And he's now working on a new watch that'll show him whether he gets on the show. But he'll be with us soon, right? Fine. All right, tomorrow night, Jimmy Stewart, Jim Fowler with some strange creatures. Thank you. Good night.